Is the pain and suffering finally over for the sealed and graded video game market? From the market manipulation bubble that happened 2020, 2021, Mario 64 selling for $1.5 million, and people getting absolutely burned left and right by this market as prices absolutely collapse. Are we finally out of that storm? Is the market finally looking normal? Are new people entering into this market, hopefully with a little bit more actual interest this time and a little bit less speculation? Given the results I've been seeing in 2024 here from Golden, Heritage, Certified Link, and even on eBay, it does seem like there's a bit of recovery happening on this side of the market. Or at least interest in graded and sealed video games might be picking up a little bit. I'm going to talk about some specific video game auction results in just a bit here, but first I just want to talk about more generally what's happening, a more broader perspective on everything. So if we just look at what's going on with the actual macro economy right now, because I think that's where all of these bumps are stemming from. Collectibles, alternative investments, all of this stuff kind of has a trickle down from actual primary investments. Think about the actual stock market. And if we look at the old stock market here in 2024, almost all of the largest indices are currently at record high prices. The S&P 500 and the Dow Jones are now higher than they were at the absolute peak of the everything bubble in 2021. And the NASDAQ is almost there. It's like insanely close to a record high. And a lot of this is coming from an absolute boom that has been taking place in the tech sector as a lot of those major market cap companies finally recover. They also collapsed in 2021. They're doing so well that even me, who bought Meta at like almost a peak price right before the price literally cut in half, even I'm finally seeing some profit on that. Nvidia has gone absolutely ballistic. The company literally posted the single largest market cap gain of $250 billion in a single day. A new record. No company has ever grown by a market cap of $250 billion in a single day before. In the world of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is about 20% off its all-time high. It's trading at 53,000 right now. Crypto is actually recovering pretty decently for the top 10 market cap coins. As far as the stock market and cryptocurrency, as far as those look, the economy is back. The market is saved. Things are flying high. And with all these stocks exploding, crypto going up, some people are making, once again, serious amounts of money in this economy. And that's when we start to see these trickle effects of all of this money coming from stocks and crypto starts going into things like video games, Pokemon cards, sports cards, whatever it is, collectibles, alternative stuff, it starts to get a boom as well. Once the actual investments are doing good, then the secondary stuff starts to move as well. Never forget that the whole collectibles side of things, the speculation on this video games, Pokemon cards, all of that is far more akin to gambling than investing. If you want to invest and actually see your money grow in a responsible fashion with near guaranteed success of it actually going up, get yourself a well-diversified portfolio. Don't go out and buy 3 different booster boxes of Pokemon. Like I said, if you had an actual well-diversified portfolio right now, you would be making money no matter when you bought over the past 3 years. That's better than the vast majority of collectibles buyers, sellers can say. However, where we sit right now with the economy flying high, stocks, crypto, all of this stuff, inflation itself is still above 3% and interest rates still have not been cut. The projections of cuts that are supposed to take place in March are being called overly optimistic by some, which if the cuts don't take place or if cuts get pushed back, major pullback can happen in stocks, crypto, and everything else. Despite what the stock market says, for a normal person living in the United States right now, not much has actually changed about the economy in the past 6 months. The day-to-day living expenses for a normal person are still pretty difficult. Regardless, people with money now have more money and money is circulating around again. So now that we understand a little bit more about what's taking place in the broader economy, we can go back to graded video games. Yes, at this time, I can pretty confidently say that graded, sealed video games are seeing an uptick in interest and uptick in prices in the past 3 months or so. Some prices are actually even going up on stuff when we have direct comparison sales from the past 6 or 12 months. I've even personally sold some graded games on eBay, games that I had sitting for like 8 to 12 months with zero interest whatsoever, and then in the past 2 weeks I sell 3 of them. There just is a bit of uptick right now. There's a bit more interest in this hobby. Now with this, am I saying we are going to go back to 2021 prices, the whole hobby is just going to explode again? Absolutely not. Genuinely, some of those prices we saw 2021, 2022, they may never happen again, or it may take another 10, 20 years for some of that stuff to ever happen again. We can go ahead and look at 2 ultra high-end examples here. The Legend of Zelda that just sold sold, and a Mario Bros. 2. So The Legend of Zelda is a first print 8.0A, one of only 4, I believe, that are known to exist here. It sold for $288,000. Now, there is an article floating around telling more about this story, and it estimates that the game could sell for as much as $700,000. That was never going to happen. I'm even surprised it got above $200,000. I wasn't confident it was going to do that. But where is that article pulling $700,000 from? Well, back in 2021, same grade, same revision, WATA graded copy sold for $705,000. So yeah, Zelda just sold for almost $300,000, but that's less than half of what it sold for almost 3 years ago. For the person who paid $700,000, yeah, that's a terrible sale for Zelda, but I think almost everyone else can agree that that is still a tremendous amount of money for a video game. And the same thing with Mario Bros. 2 here, where a WATA 9.8A plus early production copy sells for $114,000. Well, back in 2021, it sold for $324,000. Some of the losses still being felt by these ultra high-end video games are tremendous, but the fact that they're even still pulling in over 100K is actually really good. And if we go down to much more reasonably priced stuff, we can even see brand new records being set, like this 9.6A Bubble Bobble here for $8,400, highest price ever paid for a 9.6A plus, or Dragon Warrior here, a 9.8A plus for $7,800, the most expensive price ever paid for Dragon Warrior by a lot. This is the only 9.8 that currently exists. It sold for a record price. Compared to 2021, 2022, a lot of things are terrible. Compared to early 2023 or compared to 2018, things are doing pretty darn good. Or at least we can say it's no longer collapsing. But in saying all of this, I don't think this is like a, oh my god, video games are back type of scenario here. It seems to me like this increase in video game interest is purely a response of what's happening in the actual economy right now with stocks and crypto. And if the downside scenario does happen where we don't see interest rate cuts, we do see pullbacks in those sectors, the exact same pullbacks or a flatlining should also take place to video games, almost at like a 1-to-1 correlation. So if you are seeing some of these results and maybe you're getting excited or you're getting a little bit of FOMO, you're thinking you need to buy into some stuff right now, I still do express extreme caution about buying into this stuff. Also keep in mind here, if we're talking about the potential of video games to go up again, once we do start seeing blanket increases in the prices of these games, we are also going to see immediate downwards pressure from people who are dumping their bags. There are still a ton of people who have bad purchases, myself included here, bad purchases, paid too much, games we don't actually want to own, purchased over the past 2 to 3 years. There's a lot of stuff that people are simply holding on to, waiting to get rid of once prices go up a little bit. So any upwards momentum in demand for sealed and graded games is immediately going to be hit by an increase of supply as well. And if the stock market, crypto, if that stuff does see pullbacks in the next 3 to 6 months because of more layoffs than expected, no interest rate cuts, 2024 election turmoil, who knows what's going to happen, right? If we do see pullbacks in stock, crypto, whatever, we can also see video games continue to come down in price. That wouldn't be weird to see given how much stuff is still up compared to where it was before the boom. I am personally making some purchases here of games that I've been waiting 3-4 years to purchase that are now finally low enough in price where I can actually stomach it. It's actually realistic for me. So I am tentatively making some purchases here. I'm not saying don't purchase anything, but with this uptick in interest, we also have a perfect time now for you to audit through your collection. I know this is something I say a lot, I kind of beat on this, but like, go through your collection, decide what you care to own, what you don't care to own, decide what you can sell off, get rid of some stuff as this interest comes up. Sell off some stuff, get back some money, decide what you actually want to own, what you don't want to own. While there's more money trading hands here, it's a perfect time for you to actually capture some of that money and sell some stuff. And please do also make sure to put some money into an actual portfolio. Get the S&P 500. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just put some money into actual investments as well. But let me know your guys' thoughts from where we go from here. Say thank you to every single patron. Help support the channel as well as the YouTube members. I can't do this without you guys. Hit the like button before you go, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.